All right. Good morning, everyone. So, I'm going to restart. I'm going to continue with my Starfleet character, mainly because I got a little bit off because of the Accused Winter Wonderland. So I'm going to restart here. So I can get back to the proper. What am I trying to say? Get back to the proper character rotation. Hopefully everybody's having a good morning. Hope everything's going good. Get these duty officer things active here. Shit, right. Oof. Oof. Oh, kind of a lot of health things. Well, not health things, but kind of don't have a lot of inventory. Fine. Well, that cleared out a lot of bills. This is all right.
Please report to the Kiana system. Our partnership with the Iconian is starting to bear fruit, but the project may take more time to complete than we have left. We must consider any plan that ensures our survival.
What?
The war continues, and...
Alright. Let's transwarp. Let's head off. But yeah, I'm gonna get this rotation back to normal. If that makes any sense.
You are cleared for docking.
Acknowledged.
Greetings. On behalf of Captain Cogran and Alliance Command, I am pleased to welcome you to our research station. The Captain is completing his preparations. In the meantime, I will give you a tour of the facility, where we are building a weapon that will end the Iconian threat once and for all. Follow me. Our researchers can explain how the weapon works and answer any questions you may have.
Lead the way, Lieutenant. And yeah, you can see the time ship. You can see the time ship. Wonder how fast they made that, because they didn't have that. They didn't have that the last time I played this
and
character.
Here we have the development area.
How much do you know about the Krenim, 7 of 9?
The Borg have extensive records on the Krenim. They were a species of great interest to the Collective.
I'm not sure I like the idea of the Borg studying us like a bug in a petri dish. I'm not sure I like the idea of the Borg studying anyone.
And what about the Iconians?
The Collective spent a great deal of resources pursuing Iconian technology. They believed the species to be extinct. They were incorrect.
So much for the Borg knowing everything.
The Iconians' technology is far beyond even the capabilities of the Borg.
Fine. But what about shielding the ship that's using the weapon? We haven't solved the paradox problem yet.
This is not my first experience with alternate timelines. It would be possible to develop a form of temporal shielding to protect this vessel from alterations in the timeline.
Alright. Gotta come over here.
Welcome to our facility. I'm working with one of the teams here to develop the time ship and choose a target. What we do is different from time travel. Anorax's designs are actually for a weapon that can remove elements from the time stream completely, and then time reshapes itself to account for that absence.
Time reshapes itself? Does that mean reality itself will change?
In some ways, yes. Once the weapon is fired, it can create an entirely new reality. And anyone or anything that isn't temporally shielded will be a part of that reality. That's why we have to proceed slowly. If we're not careful, we could change everything we know and not even know what's happened.
That could be as dangerous to us as it is to the Iconians.
But think of the possibilities. We could reverse the effects of wars, stop threats like the Iconians, even turn back time and eliminate the Borg. This is a weapon, but it's one that can make a better galaxy.
Perhaps, but many terrible things have come from the best of intentions.
Captain Cogran's briefing is about to begin. Follow me to the conference room.
Lead the way, Lieutenant. Alright, so go into the briefing. Go into the briefing room here.
Greetings. I have heard much about your victories against the Iconians. It is an honor to work with a warrior like yourself. We are almost ready to begin. First, however, Agent Cray would like a word.
Aye, sir.
Greetings. My name is Philip Cray. I'm the liaison from Temporal Investigations for this project.
Pleased to meet you. Why does this project need a liaison?
The Federation has some serious concerns about possible violations of the Temporal Prime Directive. Normally, Starfleet personnel are strictly prohibited from directly interfering with historical events and should make every effort to maintain the timeline.
And yet this weapon is being created exactly for that purpose.
Indeed. That should tell you how serious this war has become. If the Iconians win, there probably won't be anyone left to preserve the timeline. In this instance, my role is to ensure that we succeed in our task with the minimal possible disruption to the timeline, as well as to address any repercussions of those disruptions.
So the directive is only a directive when it's convenient?
I don't disagree. As a Starfleet officer, I am sworn to uphold the Temporal Prime Directive. Not only that, but I have seen firsthand the dangers that come from ignoring it. But as the Vulcans say, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. The Iconians cannot use time travel, and that makes it a weapon we can use against them. We must consider carefully whether it is too dangerous of a weapon to use at all.
I understand, Agent. I'll do my best to help you.
The war is not going as well as we might wish. Our fleets are protecting key worlds, but dozens of other targets have fallen to Herald attacks. Civilian casualties are rising. We need to act. This facility is building a device to turn the tide in our favor. Captain Nog, what is the status of the weapon?
We've had some setbacks, Captain. We're still weeks from a working prototype. No amount of temporal manipulation will change that.
And have you chosen a target for the temporal incursion?
We are still running simulations. We've configured the holodecks to help us evaluate the possible changes that occur after removing an element from the time stream. Some of these scenarios show promise, but none are exactly what you want.
Very well. We cannot afford to wait another day. We are losing this war. We need to strike now. A direct engagement is our only option. We will put all our resources into a full attack on the Iconians. Every ship we can muster will be a part of one massive strike against the Herald Sphere. Captain Paris is already moving into position with the Vanguard. Ships here will report to the Herald Sphere as soon as possible. There will be more warriors in Stovokor tonight. But first, we will make the Iconians bleed.
Okay, beam up. So no, we're not using the temporal weapon just yet. Not using the temporal weapon just yet. Though we do use it late. We do use it a bit later. And of course, as you might expect, things do not go great. Of course, we'll worry about that. We'll worry about that when it happens. We'll worry about that when it happens. I wonder if they're working on the last. I wonder if they're working on the last Terran Gambit mission while the Accused Winter Wonderland's going on. For that matter, I wonder what's going to happen when the Accused Winter Wonderland is done. Acknowledged.
You are the last ship to arrive. We are ready to set course for the Sphere.
Warp to the Herald Sphere.
Alpha Wing, you are cleared for departure.
Last ship to arrive, last ship to warp out afterwards. On screen.
Am I glad to see you? It's just not working. The Iconians are gating in their ships, and they have far more reserves than we anticipated. I've called for a hold on the flagship assault until we regroup. There's no point in a suicide run. First, we need to help our ships in trouble. Can I count on you to help?
We'll do all we can for those ships, Captain.
Ship is under attack.
This is Pilot X from the USS Keller. We are
All right.
close to warp and are in assistance.
Oh, I need to check see if I have the thing. I need to check see if I have the thing for Delta Flight 2. I need to check to see if I have Delta Flight. I could have sworn that I did, but apparently I do not. All right. I'm missing. Okay, they're over here. I was wondering where some of the others. Alright, so that takes care of that. Yeah, let's get rid of that thing first. Any gateways need to be gotten rid of. I need to check. I could have sworn I had the thing for dumping flat. Also, for some reason I have, some reason that I don't get. Maybe I chose something different for that mission. Maybe I chose something different for that mission. Alright. Come over here. Come over here and help these ships. There we go. Well, we're losing a lot of ships here.
We're falling back.
I cannot do that, Captain. A Klingon does not run from battle. Farewell, Captain. Today is a good day to die.
All right, people, we've got one shot at this.
Okay, I'm not entirely sure.
We are cleared into the gateway.
We're falling back.
I cannot do that, Captain. A Klingon does not run from battle. Farewell, Captain. Today is a good day to die.
All right, people, we've got one shot at this.
So I'm not understanding why this played twice. Alright, enter the gateway. Yeah, I'm not understanding why that played twice. Oh well, whatever. That, of course, that tends to happen. That tends to happen sometime in this particular game. You get the cutscenes that play twice for some reason. You don't know why. I've had that happen a couple of times. I've even had that happen a couple of times. During some of these streams I made. First priority is finding our strike teams. Put it on screen.
The flagship's shields are down, and it's losing power. Looks like they're trying to interface with a sphere to give themselves a boost. This might be our one chance to board it and take control. I have 3 troop transports standing by.
Understood. We'll clear a path. Okay, we got a clear path for the troop transports. Go.
Signaling the carriers to move into position now.
So what is this endeavor?
Herald reinforcements inbound. We need to deal with them.
That endeavor is hull healing. Do I not have... Oh, hold on. While we're waiting here. While we are waiting here, I'm going to attach a few things to the ship. I did attach the. Okay. Yes, I did, but they're just taking a little bit of time to reset it up. Alright. Calling some more help. Just calling some more help with this big ship here. There's some more over there. There's some more over there. Of course, I was going to say, getting the full impulse would be good. Good. Oh yeah, this solar gateway right here absolutely needs to go. Thank you. More of them. Yeah, I was gonna say, I could have sworn I saw more of them over here. But sure enough. Getting there. Ouch. Hey.
Boarding parties are on the flagship and reporting heavy resistance. I'll stay here and keep any reinforcements off your back. You need to transport to the flagship and help our teams there.
Okay, let's beam over. That's the team I had last time. Let's see if I can switch this up just a tad. I don't need. All right. I'm good with this team. Do what you can.
Great! We got through. What's your status? We can't reach any of the other away teams.
We're safely aboard. Away teams are engaging the Heralds.
Acknowledged. Sensors are picking up power fluctuations near your coordinates. The impact with the Quartar must have disrupted their systems. Start disabling anything you can reach. If we do enough damage, maybe that will help us take their ship.
Sounds like an old-fashioned pirate raid, Captain. Yeah, there we go. There we go, and luckily we got some help here too, so there's also that.
Away teams are attacking power junctions, but they are encountering heavy resistance. It would be an honor to join your team, sir.
Follow me. Alright, so you gotta go down. I go down here.
Away teams reporting in, sir. heavy resistance and heavy casualties.
Not really all that much of a surprise.
Detecting life signs and weapon discharges dead ahead.
There we go, got through
I
that.
am detecting Federation and Herald weapons fire beyond this door. There is also a power junction.
Let's go in here and help out. Oh. Come over here and help with. Let's come over here and disable this. Hey.
Natara is retreating. She might be trying to recharge her energy.
Whoa, what are you doing over there? The fluctuations are increasing exponentially.
We disabled some power junctions, but Natara escaped during using a gateway. We must be doing some damage to get her attention.
Interesting, but it makes sense. The Iconians are energy beings. If Matara can't use the ship's systems, she'll use herself as a battery for the gateways. But that's probably dangerous for her. She's bleeding herself dry with every gateway. Keep at it. If you can drain enough of her energy, she might make herself vulnerable.
Herald, reinforcements!
Whoops.
We need to disable the other junction.
Yeah, get rid of the get rid of the gate. Okay. We'll disable this.
There is another power junction ahead.
Got rid of those. Get rid of those. So now we can go through here. And I'm sure we're going to run into more enemies down this way. I'll use this, I'm sure as soon as I do. Yeah, like I said, as soon as I was going to, lo and behold, oh, she's right in the middle. Right in the middle here.
The demon is weakening. Keep disabling the power junction.
It's working. She's using her own energy to power the gateways.
Leap!
More reinforcements, sir.
Ah, crap.
The area is secure, and the other interface is just over there.
Oh. Right over here. This one, we'll use this.
I am detecting a third junction ahead.
Yep, and that should be the final one. Or not. Or not.
Another junction just ahead, sir.
Thought that was the last one, but nope. Thought that was the last
If we
one.
can keep forcing the creature to use her own power, we can weaken her enough to defeat her.
Oh, hold on. Go. Of course, we use one of these here.
I am detecting strong energy signatures ahead. I believe it to be some kind of command center.
Alright. Gotta drive her off again.
Scans confirm her energy readings are decreasing. This could work.
So don't, make sure they get caught in the things there. Whoop, here it comes. Oh, they're throwing out big enemies at me.
Harvard, prepare yourself.
Where are my crew that have fainted? Ah, one of them's right over here. Oh, no, that's a security. Damn. The annoying part, I think I've said this a couple times, but the annoying part is when you Oh, this ain't good. This ain't good. Everybody's down. Everybody keeps getting knocked out. I hate those. I think I might as well just respawn in because this ain't going. Yeah, it's not too much of a surprise there. It's health respawn though. Wow, already down. Gotta keep away from those. I gotta keep away from those things. I don't know if they damage you, but they do immobilize you for a bit, and it's quite a little annoying. It's almost gone. Fortunately,
We must disable the other interface before we continue.
Unfortunately, fortunately, they don't get really close. They don't get like really close to you, so the rebounder is useless. The rebounder is useless in this kind of situation when the enemies don't get close. One more.
The area ahead contains 4 interface junctions.
Yeah, this is the last area. And as soon as we use one, enemies are going to pop in, and I'm sure as soon as we all use all the other... Oh, here we go. Alright. Yeah, one of the junctions, unfortunately the rest are all... Gotta get her back, but of course we gotta get rid of...
Reinforcements on their way.
Get rid of it. Oh crap, I think... I'm not entirely sure what happened, but I think someone called in a Davidian. So I'm not entirely sure how that happened. Also, I'm not sure if that pounce actually did anything there. Yeah, that's... Yeah, that's not really a surprise when I'm being attacked by a solar gateway. Speaking of it. Hopefully I can do that from there without getting too close. No, of course not. Come on. Of course it also doesn't. Solar gateways are... Those solar gateways are like the worst. And I'm pretty sure that
More reinforcements. Watch your back.
No, the rebounder, of course, I didn't get the rebounder out, but the ability, fortunately, the ability, I didn't see the rebounder activate, but of course, all right, the two are over here, and I'm sure the last one's going to bring in a Harbinger. course, not helped by the fact that I'm trying to fire. I'm not trying to move, and it keeps putting me, keeps aiming me towards the. Okay, another solar gateway. Everybody's over here. Everybody's over here fainting. Ah, crap. Oh, no. But yeah, I'm trying to move, and of course the camera keeps snapping back to the target when shooting at. All right. One more thing. One more thing here. I thought they were going to send a herald. I thought they were going to send a herald out, but surprisingly they did not.
I see clearly now, Ticket. I will stand with you, and these creatures will pay for what they've done. Kill them. Kill them all.
Fall back! Transporter, beam us up!
You made it back. Count yourself among the fortunate few. What's the situation on the flagship?
Matara is dead.
I hate to say it, but that might be the first bit of good news I've heard all day. Okay, we need to fall back. While there's still a chance, the heralds will be coming back in force.
Acknowledged. All right. Come back this way.
These warriors died well, and they will not be forgotten.
Scan this ship. Agreed. Then, of course, out of the system. Well, escape pods. So we need to fly over this way. They're down over here. Steady. This is not the time to mourn. Engage. Alright. Gotta go out. I think that's the mission complete. Acknowledged. I think they are all down in here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they're on here.
I want to personally commend you. Whatever success we had in this mission was thanks to you. The Iconians have lost their leader. Their unity is broken. That might give us an opening to end this war. The cost, though? All those people? I can't help but feel that I failed them.
Can't blame yourself, Captain. They knew the risk and they were willing to take them.
I don't think we have a choice now. We have to complete the Krenim device. Captain Cogran wants it online immediately, but this isn't something we can rush. Cutting corners with temporal mechanics? That's how you end up with unsolvable time paradoxes. Look, I'll do whatever I can, but I'm scared of this technology. Building it will be the greatest challenge of my career, but actually altering time? I'm not sure anyone should have that much power.
I understand your concern, but it's our best option.
Despite the extraordinary efforts of you and many others, our operation was a failure. We're still totaling up the casualties, but the cost was too great. The Heralds still stand. They have lost one Iconian, but if anything, that will only prolong the conflict. Defeating Matara was a combination of the sacrifice of Guroth and many others, your quick thinking and martial prowess, and the Iconians' arrogance.
We had to take the risk.
Matara did not believe an Iconian could die. The others will not make the same mistake.
Oh, whoops. We had to take the risk, Captain. We couldn't wait for the Krenim weapon.
Indeed, but that is a small comfort to the warriors who have entered Stovercore this day. Those of us who remain will mourn, and then we survive another day.
And we will defeat the Iconians. Alright, beam up.
Our losses were great today, and we will mourn for every hero who died defending their galaxy. I am a warrior. I believe in honorable combat, direct tactics, and looking my enemy in the eye. Although you did manage to destroy Matara and break the unity of the Iconians, I now see that we cannot use traditional combat to defeat them. Captain Nog and his team will continue their work on the weapon. It may be our only option.
Alright. And... ooh, I saw that. Oh, there's the reinforce. There's the reinforcement beacon.
The war continues, and all of our warriors are needed to fight.
There's the reinforcement beacon. Okay, I was wondering where that was at.
The research teams in the Kiana system require your assistance. They have been running thousands of temporal incursion simulations of how to use the Krenim weapon. But I need an officer with field experience to evaluate the project and its feasibility. You will participate in a focus test of the most promising options. A blade cuts both ways. We must be sure that what this weapon can do to the Iconians does not cause greater harm to us.
Alright. Ooh, a temporal one. You get temporal weapons. Alright.
The war continues.
Alright, so you get some temporal things for that. Let me check things for these. I'll do this mission and probably call it a stream.
Welcome. We have been working with the Krenim to build both this facility and a weapon similar to the one developed by Anarax in the 22nd century. Captain Nog is running point for the Alliance, but teams from all across the Alpha and Beta quadrants are involved with the research. It's fascinating work, but there's a lot to do yet.
Do I have a, yes I do. How can I help?
Captain Nog might be able to explain more. He's waiting for you.
Lead the way. Oh, whoops. And he's in here.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. We've managed to make a prototype of the Krenim weapon in Anorax's records, but we have not attempted to use it yet. Time isn't something you mess around with, so we have been conducting simulations here of possible incursions, as well as developing new ways to protect and store data on various timelines.
What about just removing the Iconians from the time stream?
That was the first simulation we tried. The results were fairly catastrophic.
Catastrophic?
Without the Iconians, the first development of warp technology by other cultures in the Alpha Quadrant is severely delayed, by about 50,000 years. Removing the Iconians would change everything we know.
We would eventually develop warp travel, right? It seems inevitable.
Let me put it this way. In one version, the Day Ones eventually rise to power and conquer most of the Beta Quadrant. They are forced back by the Vulcans, who never embrace logic, and later enslave much of what is now Federation and Klingon space.
I can see how this would be a problem.
I'm not done yet. The Herc never developed warp technology at all, so they never invade Kronos and unite the Klingons as a warrior culture. When the Vulcan Star Empire finds the Klingons in the 22nd century, they were mostly farmers who had made some advances in epic poetry. By the present day in this simulation, the Vulcan Star Empire is locked in a to-the-death struggle with the Dominion.
I get it. Removing the Iconians directly is a bad idea.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. We've managed to make a prototype of the Krenim weapon in Anorax's records, but we have not attempted to use it yet. Time isn't something you mess around with, so we have been conducting simulations here of possible incursions, as well as developing new ways to protect and store data on various timelines.
Do you have any idea of when to make a temporal incursion?
We've tried a different number of scenarios, but only in the holodeck. Direct action against the Iconians is proving to be problematic, because so much time has passed since they were first a great power. Incursions that far back in time must be carefully planned, or the fallout of even minor changes can ripple across reality. We have, however, seen some promise in trying to delay their arrival.
But that's just delaying the inevitable for a few years.
Actually, it would be closer to a 700-year delay if our calculations are correct. The Iconians have had 200,000 years to build their fleets, but we're catching up to them. We've already seen what the 29th century technology can do. Imagine what we'll have in the 32nd century.
So we'd be on more equal footing.
Exactly. The other potential solution is to cut into the current power base. What if the Iconians never allied with the Alachi or the Solanae? We wouldn't be facing the trouble we do now.
What are your best scenarios?
The three most promising incursions each follow one of these tactics. My teams have been running simulations and refining their targets, but I'd like you to assist them using a special quantum recursive algorithm. Our simulators can run the outcome of a possible incursion on the holodeck. Interacting with that simulation will give us more data than just crunching the numbers. We need to really interact with it to see what reality would look like, and for that, I need someone like you with field experience.
I'm not sure about changing time, but simulations can't hurt.
Hello. Please allow me to explain what we're doing here. We've determined that if we remove a specific series of stars from the Beta Quadrant in the distant past, a rogue planet will enter the Iconia system and cause massive geological damage at about the same time the planet was bombarded by the Iconians' enemies. The technological buildup of the orbital bombardment that destroyed the Iconian civilization will still happen, but the Iconians themselves will have to deal with a natural disaster, not a war.
You think this is better than a war?
Maybe the survivors of a natural disaster, if there are any, won't be so vengeful. And none of the stars we will remove have planets with the possibility of developing life. The overall effect on the galaxy is minimal. It's a painful path, but it could be the one that leads to peace.
That seems extreme, doesn't it?
The number of stars we will have to remove is a concern, which is why we're trying this in a simulation first. But as Captain Nog said, these simulations aren't perfect, so we have devised a holodeck program that will expand and extrapolate on possible effects of the temporal incursion.
You're giving a lot of weight to the holodeck.
It's the best option we have available to us. The holodeck's algorithms have been updated to change and adapt to the data created by the simulated timeline alteration. This is not your average holo novel.
Very well. What do you need me to do?
Once we run the program, you'll be able to interact with our best approximation of the new timeline. Interaction with the holodeck components will allow the program to generate a more in-depth solution and give us a better idea of what to expect. We have set this simulation on a Federation starship patrolling the Sol system, and you are the captain. If all goes as planned, we expect that almost everything in the system should be close to current reality.
Understood. I'll run the program. Gotta go into the holodeck. Right, run program alpha.
Captain, you're alive! We repelled the intruders on the bridge, but the ship has taken heavy damage, and a lot of the crew are injured.
What's the situation?
Sir, I'm not sure this is the time. So many people are hurt, and most of the systems are offline. The life support is on backups, and our resources are down to nothing, and...
I'll help with the wounded, but you need to help me. What happened?
The Dominion stopped firing at us when we lost weapons. Now they're focusing on Earth's defense grid, but it's only a matter of time before they return to finish us off.
We'll stabilize the crew and fight back. This isn't over.
Sir, I tried to fight them off, but the boarding parties, the Gemhead are. We have to stop the Dominion. They can't take Earth too.
Don't worry, we'll stop them.
We can't stop them. Maybe if we hadn't been at war with the Romulans. Maybe if the Klingons hadn't ripped themselves apart. I'll be fine, Captain. Just rattle.
Go to sick bay if you need to.
I never expected they would get so far into our defenses. I'm sorry, Captain. I just need a moment. Then I'll be ready to fight.
Whenever you're ready.
Incoming hail!
Looks like we're on a Defiant class starship for this.
USS Ajax. Sensors show your ship is completely defenseless, and I would prefer not to delay our arrival at Earth to deal with such a minor annoyance. Surrender now, and I will guarantee the safety of your crew.
We will never surrender. Alright. Access the computer. Let's do quantum casualty reports. Captain's personal log. Alright. Scan for Iconian activity. Nothing. So download all the data. And end the program. No, that didn't go so great.
Sorry, we were watching from the control room, and that could have gone better. Even with all that, the simulation data on whether the Iconians were entirely eliminated from that timeline is inconclusive. We were able to record your interactions, and we've been able to piece together what happened from those.
What did you find?
From what we can piece together, the Klingon Empire was never unified by its conflicts against outsiders, and the Great Houses turned on one another instead. The Romulans took the chaos as an opportunity to attack. The Federation stepped in to help the Klingons, and the war between the three factions basically ripped the quadrant apart. The Dominion then conquered all three weakened powers.
That's not our solution.
Agreed. My team will continue working on other possible incursion scenarios.
Perhaps we can weaken their power base. Alright. Oh, whoops.
Another one of you Voyagers? I don't know how you can help, but very well. My team is working on scenarios that reduce the Iconian power base. We're attempting to do so by fixing a mistake that Janeway allowed to happen decades ago. We're going to stop the Vaadwaur from being rediscovered. We plan to do this by preventing Voyager from ever coming into contact with Underspace. This will prevent them from finding Vaadwaur Prime, and 7 of 9 will never wake the Vaadwaur.
Hey. 5 seconds. Oh, could have sworn I got an idea. I'll have a look at that later.
Another one of you Voyagers?
And I suppose...
don't know how you can help, but very well. My team is working on scenarios that reduce the Iconian power base. We're attempting to do so by fixing a mistake that Janeway allowed to happen decades ago. We're going to stop the Vaadwaur from being rediscovered. We plan to do this by preventing Voyager from ever coming into contact with Underspace. This will prevent them from finding Vaadwaur Prime, and 7 of 9 will never wake the Vaadwaur.
And I suppose leaving the Vaadwaur in stasis will help the Crinum too.
None of us are going to survive if we don't try to repair the damage you've already done. The goal is to cause a solar flare that will force Voyager to divert from the course it was on when it stumbled into Underspace. If it safely passes without entering Underspace, it can continue on its trip home and bypass the Vaadwaur entirely.
I suppose that might work.
The simulation is set for the USS Voyager, which is fitting since they caused the problem in the first place. Our projections show that even if the Vaadwaur never return, your people will still find a reason to stick your noses into our business. So, we're attempting to see how the elimination of the Vaadwaur will change the formation of the Delta Alliance. You will be a member of the diplomatic team.
I'll run the program.
Don't mind Noi. I think he partially blames people from your quadrant for some of the Krennin's troubles. After all, if Voyager hadn't restored the Vaadwaur, they would have never been in a position to ally with the Iconians. But there is no reason to dwell on past hurts. We're trying to fix what we can here, and then learn to accept the rest. Noi funnels that passion to help his people into his work. Perhaps it will change everything.
We all need to work together if we can, we all need to work together to defeat the Iconians.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Both Captain Nog and Seven speak highly of you.
Alright. There we go. Go into this.
This is an absolute disaster. I had thought that Admiral Tuvok was being pessimistic about the chance for success here. But now, I think he was right.
Alliance making isn't a quick process.
No, it's not. The hierarchy started setting these people against one another before Admiral Tuvok and his team could start to pull them together. The very fact that they all agreed to be in the same room is a minor miracle.
Do you think he can bring them together?
Eventually. Between Vulcan logic, Klingon tenacity, and Romulan pragmatism, we'll convince everyone here that the threat is real, and an alliance is in their best interest. But it won't be easy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I see I have another argument to break up.
Good luck, Ambassador.
We've always tried to be good neighbors and treat other races with respect, but this is really too much. The Malon are using our system as a dump, and their trash isn't our problem.
The Malon isn't the biggest danger to your people.
The Malon might not be the biggest threat, but they are the most immediate. Wait until they start dumping their trash in your front yard, and see how you like it.
Keep talking to the Malon. Perhaps you can find a compromise. Oh.
Are you here to preach about responsible waste management too? You can save it. I have a commitment to my people and my planet that supersedes any other concerns.
Maybe there's someplace else you can dump your waste without harming others.
We don't need outsiders telling us what to do. If the Talaxians want to talk, they can come to us directly.
Let me see if there's another way to get you interested in joining this conversation. Whoops. So no, it didn't work. This didn't work either.
The Malon have resisted attempts to accept less hazardous waste management practices and continue dumping waste throughout the quadrant. The most at-risk populations are the Talaxians, who have a new colony close to Malon dumping grounds. The Malon have moved into Talaxian space to avoid hierarchy attacks. Diplomatic relations between the Malon and Talaxians are rapidly deteriorating. The Malon have accused the Talaxians of working with the hierarchy, a charge the Talaxians strenuously deny.
Analysis?
The Benthans could possibly pressure the Malon to return to the negotiation table.
Alright, let's talk to the Benthans.
Yes, what is your question? I am rather busy. The Hazari are stepping up their smuggling operations, and the hierarchy's new drive for profits has created a significant increase in attacks on unaligned transports.
Sorry to trouble you. I'll talk to the Hazari.
Good luck with that. The Hazari aren't interested in anything but making deals. This whole meeting is just a waste of time. Unity might work where you come from, but I don't have any reason to cooperate with criminals like the Hazari or thugs like the hierarchy.
Maybe I can convince them differently. Or to see differently. What? I don't know.
What do you want? Did the Benthans make you one of their little deputies? Or was it the Malon? Before everyone broke ties with the hierarchy, they told us what people say about us. Mercenaries. Honorless. Ha! They all deny it, but we know. Now we look out for ourselves.
That's how you think? I guess we're done.
Fine. Run back to the Benthans. I'll be here if you want to talk business.
Sorry, but I'm not in the market for mercenaries.
Unraveling this mess could take months, years.
You're the right man for this job, Ambassador. Alright. Quadrant threat.
The number of planets the hierarchy have taken outright has increased 20% over the past 6 months. A push for higher profits has prompted steady growth of hierarchy territory. Reports of abductions in areas near hierarchy space have increased by 77.2%. However, this data has not been confirmed by outside sources because few Delta Quadrant species are willing to share information with the Federation. Further investigation is needed.
Alright, ship's log.
Ambassador's log, stardate 87234.5. Our allies in the Kiana system have been invaded by hierarchy forces. The Kiana colony is a small farming community with no strategic value, so the attack simply doesn't make sense. According to one survivor we managed to find, the hierarchy were working with the Ilachi. The Ilachi took captives to an unknown location.
Alright, scan for icon. Alright, and down. There we go, in the program. So, nope, that one didn't work. That one didn't work either.
Damn, that was useless. The Iconians were so determined to have a hold here that they simply found another species to fit the bill. Maybe if you had been a better negotiator, you would have been able to unite those representatives against the hierarchy. Then, at least we would have had a chance.
And maybe we wouldn't.
This scenario isn't as catastrophic as trying to remove the Iconians, but it's not exactly ideal either. We'll have to try something else.
Yes, this isn't going to work.
You must excuse my husband's harsh demeanor. This has been a very trying time for the Krenim. Thank you for helping us get this far. We'll keep working.
Thank you, Claudia.
Trust my wife to be the voice of reason. Perhaps I was too hard on you. I just want to be able to fix all of this. We can't turn back time, but we can change it. Please speak to Gamma Team. Captain Nog thinks very highly of their plan.
Thank you. I'll speak to Gamma Team. Well, I'll worry about it once we get to a later set of missions.
Hello. We've been waiting for you. Our team is focusing on delaying tactics. What if Iconia had never been discovered? In 2365, Captain Donald Varley of the USS Yamato found a star chart on Denias 3 that revealed the location of Iconia. I want to redirect a meteor to impact the archaeological site on Denias 3 before Captain Varley begins his excavations. Iconia will remain a myth, and we will not attract the Iconians' attention as early as we did.
But that's just a delay. Another gateway was found years later.
True, but if you compare the changes in Iconian technology over the past 200,000 years with what the rest of us have done in the past 2 centuries, it's obvious that the Iconian culture has stagnated while we have advanced rapidly. Additionally, there are other factors in play that could trigger the alliances and sharing of technology that have come about because of the Iconian threat. It's a risk, but it's one that could pay off.
I see why you're trying this on a holodeck first.
The program is set for Romulan space. Because the Hobus supernova was caused by direct Iconian interference, we expect Romulus to be intact in this new reality. As such, the Romulan Star Empire should once again be a major power in the quadrant. Your role will be as an officer on a Romulan warbird.
Understood. I'll run the program. Right, go up here. Go up here and run this. Yeah, this is long mission. Alright.
Ah, Sub-Commander. I'd like to test out some new security passcodes. If you would be so kind as to seal the doors and disable certain, equipment, we need to talk.
Understood, Commander. Go seal the doors here. And disable the listening device.
Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. The Tal Shiar can't hear us now. I need to talk to you about Datan and the Separatists. They've been located near the Dewa system. What we do next could change our future.
The only thing I know about the Separatists is what I've heard through official channels. What do you know?
Datan has been inspired by Spock's teaching. He and many others have left the homeworld and are gathered together in a flotilla somewhere near Tau Dewa. Datan and his allies have been making overtures of peace to both the Federation and the Klingons. Because of this, they have enough support that even the Tal Shiar won't take direct action against them. The Borg are at our borders. The Empire can't fight the Collective and the Separatists at the same time.
So what does that mean for us?
Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. The Tal Shiar can't hear us. I need to talk to you about Datan and the Separatists. They've been located near the Dewa system. What we do next? If I was, I wouldn't have needed you to lock the door. I intend to put Lieutenant Silan in the brig and then take this ship and crew to join the Separatists. Are you with me?
If we do this, we'll be traitors to the Empire.
I know. I have tried to work within the system, but the system is broken and corrupt. Datan and his people are building something better. You and I both know it. The crew knows it. We will take this warbird to Datan, and we will finally be free.
We have to do what is best for our people. Oh, speaking of Silan, yeah, he's not aboard. He's not aboard here. Where is he? Oh, he's right here.
Secret conversations between the commander and one of his senior officers? Very suspicious. Loyal citizens of the Romulan Star Empire have no need for locked doors.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to accompany the security team to the brig.
Tamer, you are a fool, and you will be the death of everyone on this ship. Datan and his people are terrorists. If you join them,
you will share their fate.
You are under arrest. Please comply and you will not be harmed.
A destiny free from the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. If we leave, we will have a better, brighter future than what they would allow us. I know it is a step into the unknown, but it is a step we will take together. Throw off your chains. We will join our brothers and sisters in freedom.
Where's the thing? Oh, I need to speak here.
I wanted to let you know that I am with you and Commander Tamer. Some of my family has left Romulus to join Titan. I'll be proud to join them.
Set a course for the Dewa system. Go. Gotta come over here and grab the information here. Quadrant status report. Commander's personal log. So yeah, he's not a Borg here, but speaking of Borg, well, alright. So download the data, and we end the program. So yeah, very promising, but well, let's see what happens, shall we?
That is the most promising simulation yet. It appears there was some merit to our hypothesis that the Iconians advanced their plans due to early contact.
But it's not perfect by any means.
The readings do indicate higher levels of Borg activity, but it should be an acceptable risk.
This is a major alteration to the timeline. We should be cautious.
The data in this simulation does show higher Borg activity than we're currently seeing, but there are no signs of Herald, Iconian, or Solanae presence at all. And while the Romulan Star Empire is restored to their former power, there is a democratic Romulan group opposing the Tal Shiar. And more importantly, Romulus is intact. This is the result many of our Romulan researchers have been trying to bring about.
But this isn't our reality. We'll be significantly altering everything we know.
The political calculus of the Quadrant will change, but the data supports what you saw on the holodeck. No Iconians. We have solid projections. The only suggestion I have now is that you consider it in conjunction with Captain Nog and the Republic representatives here.
I'll discuss it with them, but I'm not making any promises. So, Borg. Well, keep that in mind before we progress the mission.
This last test has the most promising results I've seen, and saving the Romulan homeworld is an added bonus. We're not going to have a lot of shots at this. I've been looking at Anorex's work, and I think it's too easy to get into a temporal loop where you try again and again for a specific result, and time starts fighting back. I'm inclined to say this is our best chance. But this will have a huge impact on the reality we know, especially your people, Commander Jirok. I won't give my authorization without hearing from everyone.
We can't move forward without considering the effect on the Republic. Commander Jirok?
This is difficult. It would change everything for us. We'd have our home back, but the Republic, everything we've built, it would all be gone. But there's still hope. Even in this other reality, Titan has led many Romulans away from Sela and her Tal Shiar thugs.
This impacts the Republic most of all.
The simulation specifically mentioned Titan and a separatist movement. Commander Tamer makes the choice to join Titan, the same choice he made after the homeworld was lost. With Romulus, we could have numbers. More people who have had enough of the Tal Shiar's oppression could join us. Maybe millions more. If Titan is able to get a movement going, even at the height of the Empire's power, I have to believe that change is possible.
What do you think we should do?
Make the incursion. The lives we save will be worth the work we'll have to do to reform the Republic. The Tal Shiar wasn't able to stop us the first time. They won't stop us again.
If the Romulan Republic thinks it's worth the risk, then we should try. Understood. Anything else? Okay. Prepare for immediate departure.
Target acquired and locked. Activating weapon. Incursion complete.
It will be good to see the world of my birth again.
Right. And we're out.
Elements? Is that Romulus? It's been completely assimilated.
Yep.
Yes, I think we have a problem.
Yep. Surprise, surprise.
No. We expected to see some Borg activity, but this can't be right.
What happened?
I agree that this is unexpected, Commander, but we knew there would be anomalies. We need more information. Let's find out where the simulation might have gone wrong.
Stay on the edge of the system. Jirok and I will move in for sensor suites. Last thing we need is the Borg assimilating the Crenum's weapons.
The whole system can't be assimilated, can it? That is a lot of Borg.
Alright.
According to these scans, the planet has been completely assimilated. I'm not detecting any non-Borg life signs. This is bad. Really, really bad. We need to fix this.
Agreed.
Borg ships decloaking. Red alert.
Great. The Borg have cloaks now. Shields up.
First the Klingons, now the Borg. Does everyone steal cloaking technology from us?
Hey, alright. There we go. Alright.
Borg reinforcements on an intercept course.
It's, oh, and there's a cube. Fantastic. Alright, well, the cube's gone. Hey, good morning. Good morning.
We need more information before we can fix this. I'll keep the Crenum ship well out of Borg sensor range while you go in and find out what happened. Hurry. More Borg will be arriving soon.
What would be affected by the time-lapse shift once we leave the ship?
I've modified some personal shield generators to shield you temporally as well. I'm transporting them over now. Hurry. The temporal shielding drains a lot of power. You won't have much time down there before you're unprotected. If that happens, this will be your new reality.
Understood. We'll get the data. Alright. Ready for transport. I do need an engineer there. Actually, where is... Yes. Yeah, good morning. Good morning to both of you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. Always appreciated.
We need more data to plot a possible solution. With any luck, the Borg will have what we need. Maybe. Our focus is on restoration. There is a computer node in this area of the Unimatrix that should have what we need. Find the node and download all the data you can from the point where we made our incursion. That should help us find out how to fix this.
Do I not have the, Alright. Whoops. We'll find the data.
I'm going to join you. I know this place. Or at least I knew this place. Before we lost the homeworld, it was a Talshar complex. Most of the secrets of our empire were stored here. I thought I was getting my home back, but now the Borg have taken it all away. This is like losing Romulus all over again.
I'll do what I can to help, Commander.
The controls ahead of us will unlock the bulkheads.
So yeah, I need to...
The whole planet.
Oh.
All our people. They're bored.
So yeah, I need the remodulator too, for obvious reasons. I don't know if these Borg actually adapt, but you know, better safe than sorry. All right, we got that one going, so we can go.
I can't believe we were so wrong.
Whoop. Maybe they don't.
Cover me. I'll override the door controls.
I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't adapt. Whoop. Oh yeah, they do. I just see the icon, but they do. All right.
Got it.
There we go. We'll continue on forward.
We have to find a way to make this right.
So yeah, despite being done with the Borg mission, we're not entirely done with the Borg.
Resistance is futile.
There. That's the access node console we need.
Alright, access this.
Locked. We'll have to circumvent their security measures. Wait! Incoming Borg!
Yep. So we need to go down this way. That's your course. That's of course the Borg here. Not going to allow that. Borg here. Not going to allow that easily.
This was Romulan technology once, but it's been completely assimilated.
And more Borg going to beam in. Yep. Said they're not going to make it. Said they're not going to make it easy here. Circumvent this one.
You will be assimilated.
And last one.
When we lost the homeworld, I thought that was the worst thing that could happen to us.
All right.
Hakiv?
You will become one with the Borg. Resistance is futile.
Yep. Good. Yeah, he's back and he's a Borg drone. Fantastic. Luckily though, he wasn't too much of a problem. Just in case. Open the temporal records. Break down the records by year and provide a summary of events. Alright. Okay, download.
It looks like the main invasion of Romulan space occurred about 20 years ago. Something happened in the Delta Quadrant. The Borg assimilated something that greatly improved their technology. They adapted, evolved, and my people, they didn't have a chance. Maybe it's our fate to lose Romulus.
All we can do now is try to restore the previous timeline. Maybe this will help. So, from the sound of it, it sounded like they assimilated the Iconians.
Let's get out of here. There are more than 20 Borg ships on an intercept course.
Understood.
More Borg on the way. Borg decloaking.
Oh. Oh, they're back here.
Resist this.
Back here. Got him stuck in a Trekkin. Take care of this spear.
Data, hurry! We're under attack!
Nog?
We're losing power. Send the data now before we lose temporal shielding.
Sending the data now.
Focus on your repairs. We will make sure the data is preserved.
Compress data. Oh.
Data is compressed and ready.
Oh.
Communications array is ready.
Open the transfer.
Secure channel confirmed.
Send the data.
Data received.
If we target the Borg-class warship, the Borg may never be able to reach Rome.
It is a great risk. Borg have a great deal of influence over time. There is no time to lose. Do not. Targeting the transwarp network.
Firing the weapon, now!
Oh, so yeah, things not going so great. And there goes that. There goes all the stuff.
The Borg are gone, but so is Romulus.
Romulus isn't the only thing we lost. Temporal shielding is failing.
What happened?
The Borg did too much damage to the generators. If we lose the temporal shielding, we'll all reintegrate with the timeline.
Has anything else changed?
Checking? No. The Tutarians. They're gone.
How?
I see the problem. 20 years ago, your people tried to replicate the work of the Solanae to protect themselves from the Borg. They failed.
Temporal shield is at 8%.
No, I need to restabilize the shields.
I'm downloading my personal files into the shielded core. You'll have all my research notes and everything we've recorded from this mission.
You're giving up. When the shield fails, if the Tutarians were lost in the past, then you'll be lost too.
Temporal shield is losing integrity.
Is there anything we can do?
No, we all knew the risks. I love...
I'll meet them there. And there we go. Mission. Just need to talk to a few people, and then the mission is complete. Oh yeah, this is where I need to go. We need to talk to Nog.
We found a temporally shielded computer core, and it shows 2 uses of the Krenim weapon. But as far as I know, the Iconians are still out there. We changed the timeline, but we didn't fix our most important problem.
How different is the world now?
We won't be sure until we finish analyzing the data, but the Krenim weapon was used twice. I remember being on the bridge of the Krenim ship and seeing a readout with a far lower power reserve than had just been there a moment before. I'm sure you had a similar situation.
I did.
As to the greater differences, we'll know more soon. I only hope the ripples from what we did today don't start a tsunami.
Agreed.
We found a temporally shielded computer core, and it shows 2 uses of the Krenim weapon. But as far as I know, the Iconians are still out there. We changed the timeline, but we didn't fix our most important problem.
What was in the core?
We haven't dug that far into the data yet, and it will take some in-depth investigation to catalog all of the changes. Noi is going to lead the group taking care of that. I will say it is odd to find personal logs I don't remember making.
I imagine that would be strange.
Very. But from what we've already seen, it appears the reason the weapon was fired twice was because we had to try to correct a change we made. Technology like this seems so simple, but even the smallest change can make more trouble than it solves. We have to be more cautious. Far more cautious than we've already been, I suppose. The next mistake might not be fixable. Time alteration might not be the answer. There are some problems that can't be solved with a weapon. But time travel... Look, whatever happens, it was good working with you. I hope we have the chance to do so in the future.
Good working with you too, Captain.
I was conducting another simulation, and all of a sudden I got an emergency call telling me to stop everything. I will be looking at whatever data we managed to save to try and determine what went wrong. Maybe we can try again after we know more.
I hope you find something. We can't afford another incident like that.
It has been good to have you here, but we will have to consider if time alteration is really the best course of action. Of all the records we have of time travel, few have as drastic a result as this. Perhaps removing elements from the time stream isn't the solution we need.
Goodbye.
We've put so much hope into using the Krenim technology to solve our problems. Perhaps I was caught up in the possibilities and blind to the potential for disaster. We tried and we failed. But this isn't the end. We'll keep looking at the simulations as well as any other option open to us. I have to have faith that we will find a way to defeat the Iconians.
We'll discover what happened and move on from there. That's all we can do.
I have a lot of information to analyze. The shielded core appears to have made it through the process intact, and will give us a wealth of data on the timeline and how the changes have affected it. Clearly, you made a mistake somewhere. I still feel this is the best technology available to us, but we will need minds sufficient to the task to operate it.
Goodbye. Well, I hate to say it, but this ain't the last we're gonna see of Noi. Unfortunately. Alright, let's return back to the ship. Let's return back to the ship and finish up.
Captain Nog tells me that the initial test of the Krenim weapon was less than promising. He says that he and his team have a great deal of data still to analyze. But I do not believe they will find much that will assist us. Removing elements from the time stream is reckless, and while our options are limited, we should not destroy ourselves in a fruitless effort to destroy the Iconians. It is time to consider all of our alternatives.
I want the temporal warp core, please.
The war continues,
and
all of our warriors are needed to fight one way or another. The war...
Final mission. Final Iconian mission. I mean, granted, of course, I ain't gonna do it right now, but yeah, here we go. Then this leads into this. And yes, I will be redoing Temporal Ambassador as well. Alright. Attach this to the thing. Let me attach my temporal warp core to the ship. Alright. And with that, I'm done for right now. We're pretty close. We are pretty close to finishing up the Iconian missions. But that'll be for next time when I'm on this character. Anyways, I'm done for right now, so do me a favor if you would, and be sure to hit that thumbs up. Helps me and my channel out quite a bit. So I'm done for right now, so thank you for